Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to Free Times, U.S. President Donald Trump stated on the 11th that he plans to discuss American arms sales to Taiwan with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Trump also predicted that Beijing would not seize the self-governing democratic entity of Taiwan, seemingly downplaying the possibility of a Chinese invasion. He mentioned his good relationship with President Xi and expressed his belief that it won't happen. When questioned about continued arms sales, Trump did not directly answer, but confirmed he would discuss it with Xi. Who doesn't want us to do that? The U.S. recognizes Beijing, but is mandated by the Taiwan Relations Act to provide Taiwan with defensive weapons. Trump is also expected to ask Xi Jinping for the release of Jimmy Lai, the founder of Hong Kong's Apple Daily, who was sentenced to 20 years in prison. However, Trump also showed some understanding of China's stance, noting Lai created a lot of turmoil in Hong Kong. Al Jazeera reports that former U.S. President Donald Trump has declared the ceasefire with Iran to be on life support after rejecting Tehran's recent peace proposal as stupid. This swift dismissal raises concerns that the 10-week-old conflict, which has paralyzed shipping through the vital Strait of Hormuz, will persist. Iran's proposal, aimed at ending the war on all fronts, including in Lebanon, demanded compensation for war damages, sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, an end to the U.S. naval blockade, security assurances against further attacks, lifted sanctions, and the removal of the Iranian oil sales ban. Trump also controversially claimed Iran is willing to give the nuclear dust, enriched uranium, and that only the U.S. and China can retrieve it. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Esmail Bahei defended their demands as reasonable and based on legitimate rights, highlighting a deep-seated mistrust stemming from previous U.S. attacks during negotiation periods. The ongoing uncertainty continues to destabilize the global economy. NBC News reports that U.S. and Chinese authorities have jointly arrested 5 individuals, 3 Americans, and 2 Chinese nationals in a significant cross-border drug smuggling and trafficking investigation. Beijing announced the arrests, which took place in early April across Florida, Nevada, and China's Liaoning and Guangdong provinces, just days before President Donald Trump's state visit to China. Authorities also seized drugs, including protonitazine and bromozolam, though U.S. officials have not yet confirmed the arrests. This joint operation highlights ongoing cooperation between the two nations on drug enforcement, with fentanyl control being a major topic for the upcoming high-stakes summit between Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping. However, Chinese officials noted that existing U.S. fentanyl tariffs remain an obstacle to full cooperation. Al Jazeera reports that 3 evacuees from the Hantavirus-hit MV Hondius cruise ship have tested positive for the virus. Following their return flights home, a French woman and 2 U.S. citizens received positive test results for the hantavirus. In response, U.S. officials have stated that they are undertaking clinical assessments for all American passengers who were on the same flight. The cruise ship was evacuated due to a hantavirus outbreak, prompting global health concerns and diligent monitoring of affected individuals by health authorities. According to Tsingtao, a significant breakthrough in male contraception has been achieved by a research team at Cornell University in the United States. After 6 years of experimentation, they have successfully identified a non-hormonal method that can temporarily turn off sperm production. Crucially, fertility is fully restored once the medication is stopped, and this reversibility does not impact the health of future offspring. The key substance involved, JQ1, is a small molecule inhibitor originally developed for cancer research. It precisely interferes with the first stage of meiosis, the natural process responsible for producing reproductive cells, thereby blocking sperm formation. In animal trials, male mice given JQ1 for 3 weeks showed a complete halt in sperm production, with full recovery within 6 weeks of discontinuing the drug. The offspring produced by these mice were entirely healthy and possessed normal reproductive capabilities. Researchers emphasized that they deliberately avoided targeting germline stem cells to ensure permanent fertility is not lost. This non-hormonal reversible approach is hailed as the holy grail of male contraception research, as current options are limited to condoms and vasectomies, and hormonal methods have faced challenges due to potential side effects. If successfully adapted for human use, this new contraceptive could potentially be administered as a quarterly injection or transdermal patch. However, rigorous safety evaluations will be necessary before any candidate drug can be officially launched. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.